Hey everybody, welcome to Breakfast with Bob. We are at the Challenge Championship as well as the Collins Cup. Brought to you by Master Spa's Hyperice Form Smart Swim Goggles. UCAN, HOKA One, Class USA, and the Challenge Athletes Foundation. Our next guest will be competing in the Collins Cup, Mr. Braden Currie. And you got the easiest draw there is, man. There's like, who's this Patrick Lange guy? Come on, I don't think he can run at all.
No.
Yeah. Matt Hanson, I heard he can barely run too. So you should dominate this.
Well, really, I think it's pretty much a walking race.
It's a walk. You'll be
walking
wiggling
the park,
along.
maybe get away on the bike, and then just I won't have to run anyway. That's for sure.
And what's nice about this, I think, because you're racing this, they added a little adventure, and I think you're paddling.
Well, it's in the bag already. So if we throw in some mountain running or maybe a mountain bike in there, and whitewater paddling, then it'd be good actually. I'd definitely put it in the bag.
67K of kayak and 70K a bike, and just make it something that they want to make you comfortable.
Yeah, maybe a good technical trail run, mountain run,
that'd be
some
good
big rock hopping or something like that.
Yeah, I think Patrick would like that.
Yeah, no, I could see he'd excel in the mountains. He's quite hardy. He's quite a tough guy, really. He's a bit more of a rustic caveman.
So, I mean, your whole career, you've done unique events. This is unique, right? You're going against two other guys in your own heat, and you're going against a two-time Ironman world champion who broke the run course record, running 2:39, broke Mark Allen's run course record, and then broke Craig Alexander's overall record. And then Matt Hanson, who ran his way into second place and then got 70K at Challenge Daytona. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's the beginning of a new era of triathlon in a lot of ways, isn't it? And it's great to see the lineups come across. And I think our lineup is a great one as well, and it'll be some pretty tight racing.
And you've raced Patrick a number of times.
I've raced Patrick, I think only twice, two Konas, where we've raced against each other. So I think he DNF one of them. So we're 1-1 at the moment. We're good.
That's right. You beat him, and he was saying, he said it must have been 17, right? That was his first win.
Yep.
So he said that he said you were just flying, right? He said Braden was just flying, and then I was next to him, and Braden started talking to me, and I was like, we're racing here, no talking.
Yeah, he didn't have much to say, quarter of the way into the marathon, and I wanted to see if, how he was feeling, and it gets a bit lonely when you're out there racing, so I thought we'd have a chat for a while, but no, he wasn't really into having a chat, it was back to business, and he soon made sure of the business later on.
So what do you think of this format?
I think the style of racing is going to be great. As an athlete, I think it's going to be, a lot of fun. But I think as a viewer, I'd just about rather put my feet up on the couch and watch this. I think there's going to be so much going on.
There's so much going on.
12 big races, and you're going to be able to follow them all at one time. I just think, the kind of excitement, the flow on of each event and each race is going to be pretty exciting.
What's funny is I was watching the Olympics, and after watching Daytona, where you had splits on everybody, and you knew how fast you're going 30 miles an hour, he's 12 seconds back to the lead, and when they were doing the Olympic coverage, you had no idea how fast people were running or riding. And I think people are expecting more, right? They're expecting to know heart rate, they want data, they want other stuff going on, which I think is part of the magic, what they're trying to do here with Collins Cup.
Yeah, I mean, they're prepared to throw it all out there and try so many different things. So, I think the data is definitely an element to this racing that makes it more spectator-friendly, more interesting, and you get to, I guess, do the math as you go along through the racing, and keeps people entertained.
So how is all of in terms of COVID and everything else and no racing, how did that affect your, from a mental perspective, just staying focused?
Yeah, to start, I was really good actually. Yeah, I had a really good year last year. Just family and took a step back. It's been 11 years of pretty much non-stop racing.
Right.
So
and travel and all
travel racing. Yeah. So it adds up, and I was probably a little bit tired really. As a Southern Hemisphere athlete, we race all summer in New Zealand, and then we expect to head to the other side of the world and race all their summer too. So there's no real downtime. So yeah, I had a good year, but let's say we're starting to get sick of it now. And you start, that as an athlete now, you put so much work into it, 8-10 weeks of focused training, and then to have an event pulled away from you. So it's great just to be here at an event and being able to race it.
And your career started as a pro? Started how long ago?
It's a bit mixed and matched. My career, I guess I started professionally as an adventure racing athlete 13 years ago, racing multi-day races, and then I went and raced Xterra for quite a few years, and then I raced a bit of 70.3 and jumped into Ironman, and I think it's probably year 4 or 5 of racing Ironman.
And do you feel that's where your comfort zone is now?
Yeah, definitely. I think for me, the marathon's pretty much my strength. Just being able to pull off a solid marathon. So, Ironman full distance seems to be my kind of race at the moment.
I love that. And for when you look at the matchups for the men and the women, are there other ones besides yours that you're looking at and going, man, I wish I could watch that one?
Yeah. There's kind of the battle with the big mouths and Kinley. Kinley stuck in the middle there.
And Andrew.
I think they'll probably all just end up walking because they'll pretty much
they're going to kill each other.
Want to win the bike. The bike's going to mean more than the whole race. So
they're going to go right from the bike to the finish line.
That's going to be entertaining, very entertaining. Bragging rights there. Gustav, Kyle, I think that's and Rudy. Yeah, I think that's pretty, great kind of younger battle between those three, and they're all very, very strong and fast at this distance. So that'd be great. Obviously, straight up, Jan and Sam and Sam Long. I think. I think that would actually be quite interesting. I think Sam Appleton could give him a run for his money.
Well, and it's interesting because Sam was like, "Listen, there's going to be, there could be some deals done out there because if I'm swimming with Jan, we want to get away from this guy because both of us benefit.
Absolutely,
we both get points if we drop Sam and get a couple minutes on him."
We all know Jan's pretty confident as an athlete these days, and probably feels he's got the match on pretty much anyone. But if there's anyone, I don't think he'd want to end up just in a run battle against Sam Long right now. And I'm sure Jan would be pretty happy to work with Sam Appleton and get a bit of time.
So the infusion of capital that we've seen from PTO. And just, obviously the Collins Cup, in a time when the world's crazy and things have been, events have gone away and a lot of athletes have struggling. Right? There's no events. There's a hard time to make money there, and then sponsorship doesn't kick in unless you're doing events. So it's a bad domino theory. From your perspective, because you've been in so many different sports with Xterra and adventure racing, is this a game changer for the sport, having this type of infusion of capital? And it seems like the professionalism is pretty amazing.
I think so. For me, it is. It's that word in particular. It's professionalism. It's where we've come to as athletes, and what we've given. We take it as a job.
Right.
It is what we do as professionals, day in, day out. And that input from the PTO and the commitment from those guys to as simple as maternity leave, supporting us with yearly bonuses. It's keeping more and more athletes in the game, and it's turning us into more professional athletes rather than just survival athletes.
You're right. Love it. So what would it mean to you to have the international team come away with the prize here and come home with the Collins Cup.
I mean, it'd be always amazing, really. I think, the Americans say they're the underdogs, but I definitely don't think the international team is leaps and bounds ahead. So,
right.
I think we've got our work cut out for us, but I think all round we've got a great team, and we are a good all-round athletes, so there's definitely plenty of points to be picked up.
Well, and as a guy who was an adventure racer, you're used to this team aspect.
Yeah. I used to race a lot as teams of four, so yeah, it is. It's good to be out there and know there's going to be others out there suffering with you.
I love it. Braden, thank you, buddy. Always a pleasure to connect with you.
Good, Bob. Cheers.
Braden Currie has been our guest, everybody. Again, Breakfast with Bob. We are at Challenge Championship and the Collins Cup. Hold on. We'll be right back.